If it's not one thing, it's another. If I didn't spend more time spamming Chibidoki in the Discord over by that Mudang thing, I might have been able to remind myself, make sure your alerts are working, Chun. Why do I always forget about the alerts? Maybe it's because it's something that shouldn't necessarily need me to go manually through them and make sure they're all operating correctly. Because I am not alert yet. I did also wake up about only a half hour ago, so there's also that. Question is, do you want to do an anime filler episode just running all over the place, or would you rather wait for Pichu? I personally would rather wait for Pichu. Not simply for the fact that it's just going to be easier for me, for whatever reason, but we're down 2 players. Technically 3, from where we want to be anyway. Waiting for Pichu means you can play more Snoot Game, which is a great idea. Why am I not surprised you believe that? Speaking of that, Snoot Game. Damn it, it didn't work. Which means, I should go over here. Actually, no. This one. I use... Good, you can hear it. I don't have... Just wait for it, memes. It's a little bit better. Turn off desktop audio and make sure all of this stuff is working correctly. And by working correctly, I mean I'm also going to have to add alerts to this one as well. There we go. Alright. Okay. Those are done. I always forget this. Why do I always forget this? Let's go do something else, shall we? Alright.
Oh, terrific, wonderful.
And with luck, those will be back to normal length, too. Give him a couple of minutes. Alright, well, let's see. Where were we? Wrong button. Ah, yes. Last time on Snoot Game, we were helping Fang trim the ivy on the side of the school. She has been throwing the trimmings upon our face, and now we need to get her attention. To tell her to stop throwing things on our face, because we didn't have the wherewithal to bring a wide-brimmed hat for gardening work. I think we all know what the real choice is. This is entirely true. Ah, hell. Man, I must have slept really weird, because my back has been... quite tweaked lately. Alright. Well, at least I have my coin in case I do decide to make a split decision. Real choice. More actively defendable choice. Ugh. Sorry, but I gotta go for actively defendable in this case. As I reach out to her, she drops another clump into my eyes, blinding me. I blindly grasp at her until my fingers brush against something covered in scales. I give the appendage a sharp tug. There's a shrill cry above me. That got her attention. Hey, stop dropping! Coward. Thankfully, the devs will not tolerate cowardice. Suddenly, stars explode in my sight, impaired eyes, and I fall backwards. There's a ringing in my ears, and I try to blink the vines and stars away. Never do that again! Do what the fuck did I do? Fucking pervert! What the fuck did I do? When I can finally see again, Fang hangs her wings drawn together behind her and her hands clasped on something also behind her. I think I fell on the flower head behind us. It's actually sort of soft. You pulled my tail! I thought that was your ankle! Why the fuck would you think my tail was my ankle? Because I couldn't see because you kept dropping fucking vines in my eyes. So you pull my fucking tail, you perverted fuck. You weren't listening to me when I was trying to tell you to stop. We're both out of breath and staring daggers at each other. My eyes are still bleary and itching now because of the plants. I need to do this actually. Oh, well, grab the screenshot, but I really wanted to grab was just his face. Hang on, I'll throw that into my Blood Bowl folders, my Blood Bowl thumbnails folder, just in case. so I can find it later. My eyes are still bleary and starting to itch now because of the plants. If it turns out there was actually, like, poison ivy on this thing and that it's just somehow immune, like, doesn't affect dinosaurs, and now it's all in Anon's eyes, it's going to be hilarious. Fang is still protectively holding her tail as if I'll pull it again. What? Why is your face all red? I was trying to tell you. These vines fucking hurt. That makes no sense at all. Oh wait, yeah, humans. Did I get it in one again? She tosses another discarded vine on my face. Cut that out! Ah! I could report you for allergy abuse. That's the weakest threat I've ever heard. Actually, in general, you seem a bit milquetoast around people. What gives? Start prying off some of the vines stuck to my clothes. It's like, why waste time on certain people, you know? It wouldn't be worthy of my time to do something crazy. Fang leans forward on a ladder, pretending to be hurt. Aw, I'm not worth your time. Also fun moment to Nah, not Ivy, just some common allergies. Alright, fair. Also fun moment to realize your Jakey is broken. Definitely fun. Some people certainly aren't. Just never meant to amount to anything or do anything important. Oh, like you. She drops a smug expression for a second. Anyways, you should get up. Rosa will kill you if she sees you crumpled in her stupid flowers. A yell echoes from somewhere across the school grounds. Alright, time to break back out the Latina Express. Hey, what? Shit, hurry up. Shit, hurry up. Hang on. I try landing up. The bush is intertwined with my clothes. I'm stuck. You actual... Rosa scrambles over and starts pulling at her hair when she sees me stuck in the bush. ¡Estúpido! ¿Qué clase de ridícula pretenciosa de hombre eres? I don't speak Spanish, by the way. Wait, your position? She points a burning finger up at Fang. Did you push him? Fang's skin goes a shade paler. No, I fell on my own. Sorry. Sorry, what kind of pendejo managed to fall into my middle mister and Camellia's that hard on his own? I shrug apologetically. I just... Any idea how hard those authors get? Name, what is your name? Anon? Anon. Why are you still in there? Get up, Niño, get up. She grabs one of my hands and, whoa! You try to rip my arm off? She grabs a bicep proudly. I say all the time, outside work is good for your health. Think I'll stick to stealing the occasional protein bar from Nasser's stock. Of course. Wait, Anon, why is your face so red? The, vines. Guess I have an allergy. Oh, no, you must stop working vines then. She points back up to Fang. You, get down from there. You are both switching to weeds. Alright, whatever. Alright. Go now, and no more tripping. Not entirely certain where this accent is going to, but... We go exchange our equipment for weeding trowels. Once we get directed to a place in the dirt to start, Fang and I diligently continued in silence for a bit. Why did you lie earlier? About how I kicked you. Spur of the moment, I guess. Seemed like the easiest way out of getting in more trouble. Sure. What do you mean, sure? Sure was the easiest way to get out of trouble? Uh, why did you really do it? What do you mean? You know, your reasons. Real reasons. Your recta ratio. Recta ratio? Fancy words out of you. But I don't understand. You fucking moron. What was your motive? Why would you care? I had to think about that for a moment. Why did I do that? You said something before about how some people won't ever amount to anything. Uh, oh yeah. That was, What did you mean by that? Why the fuck is she so curious? I don't know. You'd probably think I'm some creep for saying this. I already think you're a creep. Fair, but fuck you regardless. Her retort is a prominent flipping of the bird. I don't know. It's like the world is too full. And there's only going to be more people as time goes on. Eventually we'll run out of food and resources, but culture will be too far gone to really fix anything. Yes, this argument. Fang stops digging for a moment and gives me an attentive stare out of the corner of her eye. Midwits and morons have kids like crazy. The number of smart people in the world remains stagnant, or even goes down over time. Nobody is immune to propaganda, and useful people can be indoctrinated right into the crowds. You know? Told you it'd sound weird. No, actually, that's... Wow. That's actually exactly how I feel about things. She what? Fang is acting strangely enthusiastic all of a sudden. Oh god, the whole fuck the world sort of approach. Right, like, in all of history, if you really look at it, the smart people have never even once had to answer to the excess. Mostly because the smart people are actually doing smart things. Back in the day, innovation was propelled by smart people working with other smart people. Still is. Trying all sorts of new things the masses would have hated. Like rock music, right? People hated that at first. When my band takes off, I'll get to rub it in everyone's faces. All those cock goblins. It's like everywhere you go, there's 100 dumb people for one person worth anything. What you call it before? Excess? Yeah, like Naomi. Oh, here we go. Right. Most people in the school, even. I can see it. Maybe Reed? Not sure. Hmm? Rosa and Stella, definitely. What the? Nasser, too, unfortunately. Oh, well. Yes, so we've run right smack into the actual narcissist part of it. All of them. Sheep. To casually brush everyone aside like that. What does she think of me, then? If you think so little of Rosa and Stella and everyone, why hang out with them? I don't like being alone. You don't need to know anymore. You don't need to know anymore. As long as they aren't the sort of people that showed up that day at our concert. Those lazily, talentless, inconsiderate, self-righteous, condescending excuses for peers. Thinking they can just make fun of our music? Your music was eminently make-funnable. Yeah, those guys sucked. Their insults weren't even that creative. Fang's arms jerked back violently. Yeah, now you done goofed. Pulling a bundle of weeds and topsoil out and onto my jacket. Hey! What is that supposed to mean? Her eyes scrutinize me thoroughly. But why... Oh. Oh, shit. My foot tastes a bit salad-like today. Damn gardening. Just gossip I heard from classmates afterwards. We both know that's a lie. I feel anxious as Fang continues watching me. I watch it happen, as if slow motion. as comprehension dawns on Fang. Her voice is low, accusatory. You were at the show? My heart stops. There it is. I couldn't have hoped to hide it forever. Fang stands over me, her wings spread wide and her shoulders shaking. Okay, how do I explain this? We're close enough friends now, right? You could probably even joke about it a bit. I wouldn't. Alright, here's the thing. Again, jokes just make... Jokes like this just only get you hypothetically kicked in the nuts. Honestly, explaining it also gets you kicked in the nuts. And kicked in the head. There's no good way out of this, is there? Alright, let's see. Heads, jokes. Tails, explain, although I'm probably just gonna go tails anyway. And I lost my form. But it landed tails anyway. Explain to her honestly. She should understand by now. She's not going to, but... guess honesty is the best policy. Well, Nasser did invite me to your concert, and I did end up going. Fang's expression hardens as he crosses her arms. He told me there'd be free food, so I figured why not. It's not like I knew it was going to end up the way it did. So why did you tell us that you didn't go? Because I kept seeing your psycho friend hunting down everyone else who went. Why would I make myself a target? Trish was only looking for the dicks who... Did you laugh at us too? She jabs an accusatory finger at me. Fang, Did you laugh? I open my mouth to answer, but the words aren't coming to me. Fang seems to pick up on my inability to answer. I fucking knew it! Look, Fang, I'm sorry, right? I didn't know. I can't believe you right now! Fang begins to storm off, and I try to chase after her. Fang, wait! But my self-defeating clumsiness seems to have a different plan, and my foot catches a pile of the discarded gardening tools. Yeah! The world spins, and I land on my ass where we were weeding. At least something broke my fall. It's either going to be Rosa's expensive plants, or I landed back first on the business end of a rake. I'm now bleeding out. Wait, isn't this the flower bed? Rosa's expensive flowers. Suddenly, an orange terror descends upon me like I set off some sort of alarm. Maldito caramelo! Quítate de ahí porque estás aplastando las flores! Sorry? Dios mío, do you have any idea how long it takes for those to bloom? I figured to just tumble into them again! I jumped to my feet and quickly inspect the damage. The entire section of flower bed where I had landed was imprinted with my outline like a snow angel. Just my luck. Rosa, I didn't mean... It doesn't matter what you meant! Once is forgivable, but twice! Twice! You need to understand. This is like clumsy anime protagonist stuff. This is like the ABCs of harem anime. Right? Awareness, bald fist. Like, awareness, balanced, closed fists, and don't fuck your sister, right? I have watched a lot of old Mother's Basement. That was a lot. Oh, whoa, whoa! I'm saved by a green stegosaur grabbing the mighty arm of judgment out of the air mid-swing. Ugh. Rosa, remember what we talked about? Steam erupts from Rosa's nostrils like a bull. Don't use physical force to make people hurt, alright? Thank you, so that's what manual labor is for, right? I was going to thank you. Yes, of course. You, and none, you will help extra 2 hours after everyone else. 2! For flowers? For flowers. Are you sure you wouldn't rather just beat me? I can do both! Where did Fang go? I, did something I shouldn't have. She ran off. You ruined the flowers of friendship like you do of my labor. You should go find Fang and apologize, and bring her back. If you don't share someone's pain, you can never understand them. Oh, trust me, lady. Did this bitch just quote Naruto of all things? I realize it hit the cultural zeitgeist. When was this game made? If I weren't being directed to leave, I would have bailed anyways. I saw her going towards the parking lot. I'll be right back. Yeah. You better! Hey, new background. At least 2020 or a roundabout. Alright, fair enough. And Naruto was kind of a pretty major thing in the cultural zeitgeist when it was released. There aren't many cars in the parking lot, so Fang shouldn't be too hard to find. There aren't many cars, and this, as I see a fairly full parking lot by any school standard. That pair of wings rustling in between 2 parked cars is a hint. Not sure. I silently approach, hiding behind the other cars in the lot, and she's crying. She's huddled around the passenger door of a garishly yellow minivan. Wait, is she... Shit, I gotta stop her. Fang, what are you doing? Fuck off, fuck knuckle! Fang, don't break into a teacher's car. We'll get... Shut the fuck up, cunt smuggler. I'm focusing on this. I'm over it. Why are you doing this? It'll be fun. Why? You want to join in on a joyride? She looks at me like it's a genuine question. No, I don't. Fang, what are you doing? Stop kicking the car. Damn it, Fang! I don't know what more to say. Except I'm sorry. I messed up and that was a dick move. But if you keep this up, we'll both be going... What do you care? We're already in detention. What's a few more days? To jail, Fang. Go away. You want to get our parents involved? Okay, that's gonna hit something. Fang stops kicking the glass, drained of energy and out of breath. Thankfully, the glass isn't even scratched, which probably means it's Principal Spears' car. And or the professor's. You're right for being angry at me. You're talented and skilled, and I got nothing to show for myself, and what I did was wrong. But you're better than this. Come on. Fang won't look in my direction. At least she hasn't started kicking the car again. Might be a good idea to give her some space. All of a sudden, I feel like I shouldn't be here. The aura is strong with this one. Hey! What are you guys doing to my car? We freeze. Get out of there? Get out of there! Get the fuck dodge! So, flee, run, scarper. Or scarper, run, flee. You know what? Why don't we just... we get the fuck out of Dodge. Fang immediately bolts towards the front of the school. I follow after, legs pumping furiously in an attempt to both catch up to Fang and avoid the teacher screeching at us from behind. I see Fang veer into the school, the door closing slowly after. By the jacket on my back, I'm able to slip in just before the door shuts completely. Fang is panting in the stairwell near the door, and I'm sure I'm redder than I was earlier with the vines. Why did you follow me? Why? Because I'm sorry. Her sneer returns as she makes a turn away. I fucked up. Yes, I was at that concert, and yes, I laughed. I never expected to actually become your friend. Her wings block my view of her. But she hasn't left yet. Maybe I can fix this after all. I just wanted to coast through school. I was happy being a loner. I've always been one after all. And she's gone. Without a word, Fang climbs the stairs. Fuck. I consider following, but her silence was evidence enough she wants nothing to do with me. And standing here by myself, I have time to think of my own admission. If Fang leaves me alone, I'll get exactly what I want, right? She could probably talk Trish and Reed into leaving me alone too. I don't know why my reading suddenly took a nosedive there. I'll get the easy life I wanted. So why the fuck do I feel absolutely empty right now? I sigh and slump over on the stairs. Can today get any worse? Principal Spears in 3, 2, 1. Well, it's better than I expected. Karma would suggest yes. Oh. You know, I always thought that tempting fate was just a dumb cliche. But still, maybe Stella has a good point about astrology. Doubtful. Rosa! I found our errant runaway! I hear the shrill screech of a Latina banshee approach. Where did you go? You were supposed to get Fang and return! Return! Oh, right, yeah. Sorry. You will be sorry! There's 2 hours left for the rest of the students, but that makes 4 for you. Do not worry, Anon. We stay as well. Great. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I could just send you the base sprites if you want. That would be nice. Better than capturing each individual facial expression. I'm only just thinking about like thumbnails and like, right, you know. The next few hours were a grueling hell. Carrying bags of the most rancid fertilizer back and forth. Clearing entire sections of flower beds of weeds using only a trowel. Tilling the same flower beds by hand. I don't think the phrase back-breaking labor was supposed to be literal. Oh, trust me, it is. As is expected of hombres. I could already tell by the end of the day I would have crippling arthritis. Only if you did such a thing every day consistently for 20, 30 years. Fang returns eventually, but still won't talk to me and just sticks nearby cutting vines. Only an hour has passed, but I'm about ready to sleep for days.
Anon, we will now be replanting the flowers you destroyed.
Destroyed is a harsh word. But I don't know anything about planting.
You speak nonsense. Come here now, I'll teach you.
She motions me to get on my knees next to her and hands me a clump of dirt with a juvenile daisy in it.
I will take the hole, you will place it in. Very simple.
I somehow almost dropped the flower. Yeah. I don't even want to think about what would happen if I mess up a third time. Rosa points up at Fang, who was still aggressively trimming back the vines.
Fang, do you want to plant some too?
I'll pass. With a practiced hand, Rosa clears out a cylindrical hole deep enough for the clump to go in.
Okay, it's ready.
My arms are practically rubber from today's work and are faltering to the point pieces of dirt are being shaken off. A little bit from the hole, I have to catch the whole thing when it slips from my grip. Rosa puts her hands around mine to steady them before I drop it for real.
Very easy, like this.
$5, we're gonna turn our heads over towards Fang, and she's going to be gritting her teeth, almost crushing a vine. The bulb is placed in the hole, and we let go. Rosa quickly fills up the patch of dirt with the trowel, leaving only the stem and flower visible. I didn't know daisies were bulbs.
You did it.
It doesn't seem like I did much at all.
Hush now, we still have dozens left to plant.
A keening whine rumbles from my mouth. Can't I just take the beating instead? Please.
I'll do that if you really want. Do you want to borrow my slipper?
A very stereotypical Spanish. I'd prefer the shovel. Aim right here and do not resuscitate me afterward. Fang's chuckle helps to lighten my mood immensely. Maybe... Nah. I continue replanting flowers under Rosa's caring yet Orwellian supervision. Big Booby is watching. At noon, the bellowing of our principal calls us back up to the front of the school.
What are we waiting for?
For it to get tacky.
Well, another first on this show.
How's that?
Well, it's the first time we've had to wait for it to get tacky.
More sentient alerts. Thank you all again for showing up today. I hope that through your hard work, all of you learned a valuable lesson. I catch Fang rolling her eyes from the corner of my vision. Please do stay safe on your way home, and try to keep out of trouble in the future. Dismissed.
Not you, Anon. You stay.
Right. And before everyone goes... Stella approaches holding a covered pot and papered plates.
I made lunch for everyone.
The small crowd gets a bit more energetic.
Home-cooked mole poblano. Enough for seconds and thirds.
That actually sounds really good. I graciously accept a plate and stack it high with salty, sweet goodness. The hot food is absolutely heavenly, reinvigorating me as I bite into the Mexican meal. So filling. Yeah, wish I could cook like that. Wait. I look around and see the only ones left are Rosa, Stella, Fang, and I. Even Spears has gone home. Fang, about...
All right, Anon, back to work. You still owe me 2 hours of heavy lifting.
Oh,
don't be so sad. You are a natural green thumb. When you are not laying on my flowers, that is.
I don't really get compliments. It's just circumstance. It's not like I'm actually any less lazy or unskilled.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. We can wait a bit while you two finish. You will need all your energy after all.
These guys aren't half bad. I thought they were slaves drivers, but then again, I did ruin their hard work. Stella, I've been meaning to ask. Why are you like this? Like what? You know, the whole thing with astrology and quoting video games. Oh, I don't know. I guess it's just the stuff I like. Right. Why do you ask? Oh, are you interested in it too? Not well, video games maybe, and video games. But, astrology? Yeah, no, I could leave that. Maybe some other time, Stella. The rest of lunch passes by without incident, and I'm left savoring Rosa's delicious cooking. Like they say, the first rule of Mexican food, the more it looks like raw sewage, the better it tastes. And honestly, speaking as somebody that has actually cooked a get this, Brazilian dish, and I've gotten compliments from a Brazilian grandmother. Yeah, I can agree. I can tell you that is about 80% true. The next 2 hours of work fly by relatively quickly without Rosa and Stella breathing down my neck. Replant the rest of the flowers I had crushed, all done by me. Collect all the discarded vines and creepers and clippings into compost bins, all done by me. Carry all the tools back to the maintenance shed. Down in the south, at least, there's a dozen Mexican restaurants, so I know full well that the raw sewage line is truth. Yeah. There's actually a very nice, authentic Mexican place that I know of around near me. That, well, I hesitate to use the line about raw sewage, but yeah, it is very good. Take a guess who did it. Fang stuck around for some reason, even though I don't think she had any other work to do. But now my prison sentence is finally over, and I'm free to go. My feet hurt, my arms hurt, my back hurts. Anon, you did such a good job today. You should sign up for the gardening club. Yeah, you could come help us with all of our meetings. I just want to go home. I'll think about it. I walk away before either of them can push joining their club further. I'm too tired to argue. Fang seems to have disappeared. Guess she didn't want to stick around longer than she had to, after all. As I pass by some of the gardens, I take a moment to admire my handiwork. As much as I didn't want to be there, I have to admit, they look a lot cleaner than before. And there's Fang. See? That's what doing some actual hard work for once can do. Fang's sudden appearance from behind makes me flinch. I guess she stuck around after all. A wimp like you could use it too. So now Fang is suddenly talking to me again? Yeah, sure. Now all the important and beautiful plants can thrive without any of the useless weeds choking them and holding them back. Alright, I almost forgot Fang thinks people like me are barely worth the oxygen. Not that I really blame her after earlier. Yeah, well, don't let the weeds like me get in your way. I sigh and tear one away from Fang, beginning my very achy walk back home. Time to go and sleep for 20 hours. Anon, wait. I stop in my tracks. Now, what does she want? Look, I said I was sorry, okay? I laughed at you guys and ruined your concert. I don't care if you never want to talk to me again, I just don't know what else you want me to say. Anon, it's not the concert I'm upset about. What? It's not? I mean, maybe a little bit, but I'm mad because you kept it from me, okay? It's just, I haven't made many friends in, well, a while. I don't want to lose an actual friend over stupid bullshit like that. I just thought you would have trusted me enough to tell me the truth. Is this why you stuck around earlier? She hesitates before nodding, like she needed to convince herself.
Not that it matters, but I'm sorry too.
You... for what? Kicking me in the face?
I might have overreacted a bit earlier, but you did deserve that. I'm sorry for calling you one of the weeds. You're not a weed. You're, I don't know, a mushroom or some shit.
A mushroom? Not like a cool tree or a cactus or something?
Hell no, you're not that cool. Mushrooms take all the bad shit and turn it into nutrients for all the good plants, you know? Plus, you kinda look like one too.
I'm just bald. Fucking rude. That's like the nicest thing I think I've ever heard you say.
Now you're pushing it.
I let out a sigh of relief. Can't say that's how I expected this conversation to go. I guess we're both assholes then.
Yeah. Friends?
Friends. So, why do you know so much about mushrooms exactly? Reed? Fang gives me a sideways glance and smiles a bit.
Spend enough time around Stella and Rosa and you pick up a few gardening facts.
Yeah, first impressions aside, they're pretty alright, I guess. Stella's a bit weird, and Rosa is a walking stereotype.
A dork like you calling Stella weird.
A dork like me has every right to call out Stella.
Sure. Anyway, I'll be seeing you, and
yeah, see you. Fang strolls away, humming some tune I've never heard. Left alone now with just my thoughts, I find myself feeling a great weight lift from me. Friends, huh? I can't recall the last time I had a legitimate friend. Some people certainly aren't. Just never meant to amount to anything or do anything important. I just don't know anymore. I set off for my apartment. Body sore, but spirit soaring. One month now. 5 to go, and I've found myself in a predicament. I'm enjoying my time with Fang. Most of the time, just talking about stupid shit. Like our mutual love for wire fu and comedy movies.
We were both ventriloquists. We are both ventriloquists and we practice every day.
He carries a basket. He carries a paper roll.
And we don't have cysts, but there is one thing for sure, my friends, we are ventriloquists.
What the what? Huh? Okay, whatever. Almost every day now, I'm either at her desk helping her in science or working on a lab with her. Kung Pao reference, I think. Okay. I've actually never seen Kung Pao. Or she sat next to me decrypting the mystical arts of not sucking at music. I'm talking with her more than anyone I've ever talked with. Not to mention lunch and after school. It's less hiding from the tangerine tyrant and Nasser these days and more spending time with Fang and Reed. Even if he's constantly checked out. And smells of burnt skunk. The fuck is he on anyway? It's Carf, bro. What? Carfentanil. Whatever. Fang and the gang, they're pretty alright. Trish, though... Every day she gives me the same look of distrust and a put upon side. As if I'm some kind of chore to deal with. You are technically a dating sim protagonist. You are a chore to deal with. Whatever. It's not like she matters in the long run. Oh, she will. She most definitely will. But I find myself having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this real or not? You're a dating sim protagonist. What do you think? I tumble backwards. Off the stage. What? Whoa. Ow. Bro. That sucks. It's lunchtime now, and I guess I dozed off. Too many late night study sessions. You like, need help?
Just fix the projector, Reed.
Okay, almost done. I hobble to my feet, feeling out the bruise blossoming on my shoulder. Stupid frickin' stage. Consider jumping back up, but find the stairs more appealing. Boink. Decent sampling of Back in Black here. Going up the... Watch, this is the part that's gonna get muted. Going up the stairs, Trish suddenly grabs my shoulder, pinning it to the wall. She leans in close, looking me dead in the eyes. Can I help you?
Don't play dumb. Something's up with Fang today.
She gestures to where Fang is sitting. Fang's picking at her lunch with a fork, not eating a bite. Now that I think about it, she has been a bit distant today.
They've been like this since band practice yesterday.
Wait, what?
Did you do something to them?
Do something? What does she mean? The whole thing was a month ago. She doesn't think Fang and I...
Oi!
What? No, I don't think at least. Why are you so concerned? Everyone has a bad day every now and then, right?
Fang and I have been friends for 10 years now. Not once have I seen them this upset.
You're the only new thing around here.
It can't be anyone else. So, what did you do?
I swear I haven't done anything with Fang. Look, we've got music next. I'll ask Fang what's up next. Trish glowers. We both glance at Fang to see her still sitting there with her untouched food.
You'll talk to Fang. You'll probably make it worse. I should be the one to talk with them.
So why haven't you? Trish's mouth shuts with a click. I stare her down. Her eyes harden and she finally speaks.
Fine, but you better not fuck up.
She lets go of my shoulder, stuffing her hands in her jacket pockets with a huff. I finally returned to where I was sitting on the stage to continue finishing my lunch. Right when I plant myself on the ground, Reed speaks up.
And done.
Done? With the projector?
That's right, man. Now we can watch movies, shows, pornos, all that.
We're not watching porn in school. Not with that attitude. It was entirely unnecessary to animate the orange slice, but I appreciate that.
So, what do you guys want to watch?
I can't think of anything that would be appropriate around normal high schoolers. Trish raises her hand and jumps in place.
How about the Count of Monte Cristo?
I'm not sure how surprised I should be about that. I wasn't expecting such a deep literary cut from Trish, but I'm also surprised. Also impressed.
Ooh, I know that one. The actors in that one are pretty great.
Oh yeah, I love the VA work. Trish and Reed stop and stare at me. Crap, was it something I said?
What?
Oh, Saved by the Bell. I looked to Fang and... oh. When did she leave? Probably when the anime was brought up. Oh, Fang left already. I'll go catch up with her. Bye! I make record time out of the auditorium, leaving a still confused Trish and Reed.
Fang isn't in music class when I get there. I tap out a quick message to her on my phone, take a spot next to her seat, and wait. Maybe she just needed to use the bathroom. And here comes Professor Jingo. It's been about 20 minutes. That's must but some hellacious shit. I'm starting to get worried. Something's up with Fang today. I look at my phone, and the message I sent her way just before class started. Hey, wanna talk? Still unseen. You better not fuck up. God damn it. Mr. Jingo, I need to use the bathroom. One guitar-shaped bathroom pass later, I'm scrambling through the halls. Okay, let's see. If I were a non-binary teenage pterodon having a crisis, where would I hide? Someplace only Fang would go. The roof? The cliffside? The little-used and oft-forgotten-about nuclear bomb shelter built beneath every high school... underneath every high school and public buildings during the 1950s through 80s? The family bathrooms! Or that. Bit of a cop-out, really. There are only 2 in the building. I sprint to the first bathroom, closer to the back of the school, and nestled away in the special needs area. My knuckles rap against the door, locked and preoccupied. Fang, you're missing class, and I seriously need help with this sheet music. The one you seek is elsewhere. Who the fuck? Wait. You're that weird stego chick, Stella. That's very rude, and I'm not weird. Whatever. Do you know where Fang is? Not here. Can you please leave? I have a nervous bladder. I turn away from the door and sprint to the front of the school where the other bathroom is. It's while I'm moving briskly through the empty corridors of the school with untuned guitar in hand that I find divine providence. Or rather, the feathers floating by the window provide me with the clue I need. I look up at the window, and while I can't look up for sure to see, the shadow that she has cast in the ground below is enough verification required. My feet climb the steps easily, but my mind is ill at ease. The hell is wrong with me right now? Why do I feel anxious right now? What did you do? What if I did something? It's been a month! Why would you have done something off camera? Fang and I have been friends for 10 years now. That might be the problem. I've known her for barely a month, and why is it my problem to fix? Not once have I seen them this upset. Can't stop the gnawing feeling in my chest. It's either going to get super dark or just high school dark. I'm at the door to the roof now. Hey, I was alright, it was on the roof. It's shut, but by the handle I notice a piece of cardboard tucked between the door frame, keeping the latch open. Good job, dork. Fang smirks a bit. Damn it all. Fang's problems first, then I can figure out my chest. Fang's a pterodon. Admittedly, we haven't had any sort of, mention of being able to fly yet, but, you know. I open the door and I'm immediately blinded by the sun. I shade my eyes. The door clicks shut behind me. Oh. Shit. Who's the... Anon! What's with the guitar? Fang is sitting on top of the stair enclosure looking down at me. Mr. Jingo's hall pass. I, kinda need help with sheet music again. Wow, you really suck at music. Yeah, I really do. I find the ladder easy enough and climb on top of the tiny hut. Around Fang are scattered feathers. Just molting? You alright? The feather... preening. Also good. What? Fang sighs. She holds one of her wings and gently brushes her fingers through the feathers. I'm preening my wing. She winces. A feather drifts to the floor. That looks painful. A little. I sit down next to her and look out at Vol Caldera Bluff. It's a beautiful view. Assuming it's anything like the artwork, yeah. And the artwork has been very nice in this game. They cannot fly. Okay, cool. It's a distraction. You ever... There's a time to speak and a time to listen. You ever feel like you just don't matter? Individually or cosmically? Fang stares at the vista of Vol Caldera, but her eyes are vacant. I feel like no matter what I do, I'll never be able to make something. I try and try, but nobody likes the ways I express myself. She growls. Not once after I put all the work I've put into Verum Drama has anyone ever told me it was good. Objectively, it wasn't. Her eyes weten, her voice roughens, her shoulders quake. Nobody's ever said, "Good job, Fang. Can I get a copy of that last song on CD?" I've been playing music since I was basically in diapers, and all I have to show for it is a shit reputation. I'm not saying you're a bad musician, you just don't... Well, honestly, I think half the problem you have is in your marketing department, i.e. Trish. Her hand curls into a fist. Her nails bite into her palm, and I can clearly see the minute trickle of blood. How much harder do I have to try to get people to notice me? Oh, believe me, you don't need to work hard to get people to notice you. Her fist crashes down on the floor. Even my own parents! When Dad looks at me, all he sees is a lost cause. Fang is the scene team. Better focus on the one that isn't broken so we don't screw up again. She punctuated her sounds with her fist, striking the roof beneath her. Her fist lands softly one final time, uncurling to reveal the bleeding grooves her sharp nails have left. Watching her break apart was causing a dull pain in my chest to intensify. Why can't I be popular like him? Fang deflates completely, all her anger gone, replaced with melancholy. Nasser doesn't have to try at all. Oh, believe me, he's also trying. Even crippled, he just breezes through life. Why does he get straight A's? He works? Why does he get my parents' attention? I'm not going to answer that one. Why do I have to be the burden on everyone? You do a lot of work to make yourself one. She grabs her knees and buries her face in her lap. So did you have 2 freebies? You might think that I'm just like, don't mind me, I'm just gonna prepare to save scum. I'm not going to, I'm just leaving the option open. I'll be perfectly honest, I joke about this while doing this, right? Can't say I don't relate to some degree. Gotta have, honestly. You know, I don't take one. You know, I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be safe on this. I'm gonna take one of those freebies. We'll put the coin down, and I have a feeling that at this point, interrupt is the correct option. Interrupt genuinely does mean interrupt and not just speak up to break silence. Alright, so stay quiet's the answer then. Fair enough. And the worst part is he can't even hate me. She picks her head up. Rivulets of tears and orange eyeliner run down her cheeks and leave bright stains on her knees. I can tell him to fuck off every day and he'll still be there the next. As if nothing fucking happened. It's a constant reminder of everything I can't be. He's a goddamn Boy Scout. Little Mr. Perfect. And I'll always be in his fucking shadow. I just can't change. Just magically get better at everything, even if someone like Nasser tries to help. And it's clear he wants to. The sheer difference between us, it won't ever happen. But my brother tries. He's always trying. He just fucks up. Every fucking time. She wipes a tear with one of her hands, but leaves a bloody smudge instead. Nasser knows who he is. Does he, though? I don't even know what I am. Do I step in now? Okay. I'm just gonna continue on with that continued logic. Besides, I have that save scum too, so who am I, damn it? I can only define myself by the things I'm not. Not a good band player. Incorrect. Not a good sibling. Half correct. Not a good friend. Half correct. Not a good person. Half correct. My mind is a fucking mess. In my head, it's everyone's is. My thoughts, they're all fucking foggy. Half the time I'm hating myself. Am I who I say I am? Maybe, not really. The other half, I'm daydreaming of being something special. That I'm different from everyone. Above them. I know more than them. They're both lies. I'm fucking lying to myself, but it's like I'm just here to be a drain on myself and others. I'm stuck with myself. I just can't drop everything and try other things now. It's just too late for that. There's too many ways to fuck up. Music is the only thing I've ever been decent at, and even then... She looks at me desperately, at a loss for words. The good job is I still have the save scum. Why won't you say anything? Nice meaty choices, eh? Yeah, very. Here I am begging you for help and you haven't said a word. You're always so sure of yourself, yet here you are listening to me in a crisis and you can't say anything? Fang grips my jacket with both hands, digging in. is it that you have that I don't? What is it you want from me? What is it I want from you? When you got here a few weeks ago, you were just a nobody kid without friends who lives alone on financial assistance. Shaking my arm around. And now everyone I know is friends with you. You have no talents, no specific knowledge anywhere, no real personality. What is with you that I can... What is with you that you can lack identity but know exactly who you are? Honestly, I... don't know. What? I don't know how to say it. All I know is I'm me. You're... you? I struggle to find the right words. Fang stares pleadingly. Eventually she buries her eyes in my jacket arm. You know I'm gonna have to get this dry cleaned, right? It's like... I don't know. You're trying to be something you're not. It needs to happen naturally. Fang looks up from my arm. Naturally? If you're forcing this, whatever, then it's like some misplaced idea or like a refusal to leave the comfort zone. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, I ended up trying to be someone else too. To the point that I rejected who I really was and started to fuck myself up. I'm not about making others notice me or about being great at something. I just do what makes me, well, me. I'm the only me here, and I think it's safe to assume that there's several of you. Like, you don't know. You said it yourself. Her fingers tighten around my arm. I'm not certain she's breathing right now. And there's tons of different people going through what you are right now, trying to force their egos only to reject who they really are. Not to undermine your feelings or anything. At the end of it all, I've accepted that I am and always will be me. You see? I have to figure it out myself? Fang's grip loosens. Why do I get the feeling that I accidentally pushed her towards suicide? She puts her hands around her knees and lowers her head. Her expression is one of complete resignation. I can't do anything on my own. How am I supposed to do something like this? You aren't alone. I'm here. Reed and Trish are here. You already know Nasser wants to help. It doesn't need to be all at once. Fang looks back to me and gives me a sad smile. Alright. She tries to dry her tears again, only to smudge her face with more blood and makeup. I remove my jacket and offer the sleeve to her. She sniffles, then grabs it as if to wipe her eyes. It's laundry day anyway. After returning my jacket, Fang looks to me with a somber smile. So why did you come up here? It's nice up here. Quiet. I can get behind that. But why? And why alone? To think. Maybe to throw myself a pity party. I do this every year. Up here? Nah, just somewhere I can be alone. Every year, though? Since I was 11? Your birthday or something? Jeez, what happened? I broke Nasser's wing. Ah, my foot tastes extra salty today. We used to be really close. He looked up to me. I was supposed to watch him. I'm his big sister, after all. He asked me if we could really fly. Fang stretched her wings to highlight that. I said, of course. I looked away for a second, and then it happened. He jumped off the bluff. Her eyes became distant, and I could only guess just how vividly she's reliving this moment of her past. I watched as he jumped, and he bounced off the cliff and into the water. I climbed down as fast as I could, hoping to God he wasn't dead. Ooh, big G. Proper use of the grammar and an implication. But the current... Dad and the lifeguard had to go in because the current was too strong. Her voice quakes as she's engulfed in the memory. When Mom came with the medic... Fang chokes back a sob and continues. Nasser was... I thought he was dead. covered in blood, limbs mangled. My baby brother, just 9 years old, jumped off the bluff thinking he could fly. Fang's eyes grow wet again. Without a second thought, I draw her into a hug, comforting her. Her voice is muffled by my jacket, but she continues. I'm why his wing is a fucking mess. I did it. I'm not going to specifically disagree. The children are especially stupid. So why doesn't he hate me? Fang's still family. Exact same reason I still love my sister despite our tremendous differences. Because you're his sister. Fang flinches in my arms, but doesn't pull away. You're the one that's hurting Fang, not Nasser. I surprised myself there. I honestly don't know how I managed this conversation. I let go of Fang and lean back, giving her some space. Her breathing is evening out, and she looks even more composed now. I'm sorry for what I said earlier. Huh? About how you're a nobody? You're pretty much right. I mean, I'm a featureless mannequin. Maybe, but I shouldn't have put it so harshly. All this time I thought people like you were... useless? Something like that. But here you are, proving me wrong time and time again. I get what you mean. I could say the same to you as well. I've been breaking your rules like you've been breaking mine. Maybe we're both just useless nobodies. And that recognizing that is the first step to actually being a decent human being. And or Archaeoraptor? Archaeotops? What's that feathered famous fossil? What is going on downstairs? She chuckles to herself. Hey, can I see that? Fang points at my oversized hall pass. Yeah, sure. I thought it was just an acoustic guitar. No, it's a full-blown electric. Why is that though? Like, I can understand the guitar being a hall pass. Why the electric guitar? It doesn't even sound good not plugged in. She blushes while she handles the acoustic bathroom pass. That is not an acoustic bathroom pass. I suppose maybe I think I finally got the tune, Anon. Tune? She finishes tuning the guitar and tests it. With a nod to herself, Fang begins strumming. The rhythm is slow and the tone is soft, enough so that her humming blends perfectly with it. I lean back, bobbing my head along to the impromptu music. The streaks from her tears that had once marred her pretty face only help the highlights her soft smile now. They help the highlight. That should be 2. Small typo there. Got an A1 on Thursday, and it's very good. Ooh, can't wait to see some of those results there, Who's. Both in Discord and at the store. I hum along now too, which causes Fang to giggle. The rhythm is slowing to a crawl, the song about to end. With a meteor coming soon, everyone's gonna die. So I'll say to everyone, goodbye, Volcano High.
Well, shall we leave?
Why should we leave now? The worst part's over.
I know it's just something about randomized alerts, but there's also something about these the Statler and Waldorf clips that are just so perfect. I already showed the marine I printed in the Discord. Ooh, I thought that was a resin marine. Oh, a resin print. I also got some. I didn't even see any mold lines. That's an amazing printer. The lyrics surprise me, but I shrug it off. You ready to get up? Fang nods and wipes her tears one last time with her forearm. I stand and pop my back, looking out over the fence of the ground below. From here I can see the afternoon sun starting to encroach on the skyline of the small coastal town. Turning the Fang, I crouch a bit and extend my hand to her. She moves her bloody hand to take it, but hesitates. Also might be camera quality. That's also fair. She softly grasps my hand. She winces in pain. You know, it's strange. I expected the alarms to go off again, but this feels different somehow. More natural. I'm careful to hoist her to her feet, mindful of her injured palm. But her beak accidentally bumps into my cheek on our way up. Ah, the snoot boop. Ah, there they are. Fang's eyes contract and she instinctively hops backwards, covering her muzzle with her hands and turning her head away in her flusteration. It's a neologism. It works. I clench my lower jaw and look at my palm, slick with sweat and her blood. The silence continues for an immeasurable amount of time. So that's how dinos kiss. Not really. Look for anything to end this awkwardness. How about mentioning the fact that you accidentally locked you both up there? Like the guitar hall pass. Wait. I check my phone, seeing that Mr. Jingo's class will be ending in 10 minutes. And you're locked on the roof. Fuck the assignment! Fang finally looks my way again, though her face is still flush. What? Mr. Jingo's assignment? There's no way in hell I'll be able to do it at home. Fang's hands try to cover her beak, failing horribly to contain her giggles. God, you really suck at music. I glare at her. Why don't you just drop it? It's an elective anyway. Because I need to maintain my GPA for college. Because I kinda like it. I blush and look down at the entrance to the roof below us. Maybe I'll help you. Fang hops down, her wings easing her landing. I owe you for the fucking therapy session anyway. Oh, thank fuck. I climb down the ladder. Those wings must be really convenient. Who the fuck is up there? There it is. There it is. And there it goes! Oh. Good auto mod. The door flies open, off its hinges, through the suicide fence and over the side of the building, crashing loudly on the concrete below. I know someone is touching up there. My hunting instincts can tell. Oh, double fuck. You! Principal Spears looks at us, finger pointed at me as if to fire a special beam cannon through my chest. He's not Piccolo! We've already had, let's see. Goodbye Volcano High is the base concept of this. We have Spears from Primal, Jingo from the Beatles, the Professor Farnsworth from Futurama Dino. It would not surprise me in the least if suddenly there was, like, I don't know, the home economics professor, the teacher, just ended up being Team 4-Star Piccolo. In all my goddamn years, on top of the roof. Explain now! Bullshit mode activate. I got lost looking for the bathroom? Terrible bullshit. Spears incinerates me on the spot. There is no canon home economics teacher. I've made my own. It's Mung Dal. Oh no. I fucking forgot about chowder, but you'd be right. Oh no. No. I hate that. I mean, I love it, but I hate it. Estrus season? For a brief instant, I am picture Fang in a bikini. Ah, we're gonna get another... Yep, there it is. Hot. Fang gets a similar stare and withers down. I'm not stupid. Taro Estrus season isn't for another few months. Empty your pockets, now. Hang on. Oh, hang on. That's... You weren't supposed to see that one yet. I hate how that works out. I truly hate how that works out as well as it does. My... My dude, bro, in Christ. Empty your pockets, now. I reduced myself to Hoover flags. All I had on me was my phone and a ratty wallet held together with hot glue and duct tape. Fang does the same, dropping her own phone, a spare guitar pick, an unopened pack of cigarettes. Chowder, get the dinosaur? Yep. Spears looks at Fang dead in the eye, rips the package open, and stuffs every cigarette in his mouth at once. To our mortified stares, he chews them until they are a brown glob and spits it over the fence, landing on a rather oriental-looking car. Anon, get to class, now. Fang, to the nurses. I looked at Fang one last time. She looks a mess. I mean, she is basically covered in blood and feathers. Her wings are ragged, feathers misaligned, and a clear patch of them missing on one. Stains in her legs from her makeup, tears and blood. Blood drying on her hands, arms, and beak. Eyes puffy and red from crying. But her smile was... I wave her goodbye and wordlessly return to class. I only have a few minutes, but I can't focus on the assignment. I'll have to take it home as homework. Maybe I'll help you. I take out my phone and consider messaging Fang again. Eh? My heart thumps roughly in my chest. Just what is it with me today? All this drama. When did my life become a soap opera? The moment you signed up to be an anime protagonist, dude. Even included a dramatic kiss. Look at my hand. Her blood now dried on the dusty on my palm. Did that count as a kiss? I mean, it was unintentional. She backed off and all. Jeez, my insides feel like liquid. Surely that's just my disgusted reaction to Spears' scare tactic up there. Nah, this isn't fear. Unlike a bottomless pit, the feeling is... pleasant? Yeah, I kinda like it. I wonder if Fang... Eh? The feeling intensifies. Why? I only thought of It's not as if she... But... Hmm. Do I like Fang? Fuck. One month later. Oh, man, we're just breezing through this, aren't we? I'm laying in bed on a Saturday morning. Ooh, driving. It's been raining the last few days, so I'm stuck inside. Not like I had any other plans anyways. The forecast says it should clear up later today. There's no new games out, and my backlog is just a perfect size of fuck that noise. I don't even feel like baiting on a certain basket-weaving Polynesian forum. The light on my phone is the only thing illuminating my hovel of a home. I scroll through the camera roll out of boredom. At least that's what I tell myself. Interspaced through various memes and screenshots of homework assignments are pictures Fang has been sending. Over the last month, I've been included more in Fang's circle of friends. Never imagined I have so many actual pictures on it. Each one brings a vivid memory to mind, usually an embarrassing one. But there's some other ones, like of me with the rest of the band just enjoying the atmosphere in the auditorium. My perusal through old pictures is interrupted with a text. Fang, looking for new band venue. Don't feel like going alone. Do you want to come with? One sec. I need to check my own phone really quick. No, shut the fuck up, alarms. No. Why alone? Trish is a horn appointment and Reed is... preoccupied. He's in the lower ionosphere is what he is. 'Cause he high. Dude, like, back to the story. Alright, where are we dropping? He's so high, he's breaking the fourth wall. That's gonna be the joke, isn't it? Just show up my place in like an hour. Need to go now. Okay. Question. Where is her place? Do we know? This is fine. Just helping a friend of mine find some place for her band to play. A friend I have feelings for. And we're alone. Just hanging out, calm down and on, calm the fuck down. I boot up my computer and start a gotcha thread on a Taiwanese rum brewing blog site. Why? The soothing replies bring my heartbeat down to an acceptable level. Top it off, I insult the mods and then report my own post so I know they have to see it. I am become a collector of views and poster of shit. By now, the rain has subsided. Still feeling refreshed, I grab my jacket and start making my way across town to Fang's house. Passing through the snobby part of town to catch a bus, my thoughts begin intruding on me. Images of what come to pass before my eyes unwarranted. Snobby part of town, Nasser is kind of like fairly well dressed. How affluent is Fang's family? Looking for restaurants, because they'd be good venues, of course. Walking through the mall, maybe that'd be a good spot. The day turns to night and the temperature drops. I offer Fang my coat and... God damn it, no, this isn't a day! Oh shit, my stop. I scurry off the bus right as the doors start closing. And I don't forget to thank the driver. The bus stop is luckily only a block away from Fang's neighborhood. That's nice. There's a few stores open, and a street vendor is gleefully setting up shop for the first time in a few days. She calls out to me as I pass. Some storm, eh? Oh, yeah, it was. People don't usually take the bus here these days. Where are you headed? Just over to the suburbs over there. High schooler, taking the bus to the suburbs on a Saturday. You're gonna see a girl, ain't ya? I mean, I am, but it isn't like that, you know. Come on, you can't fool me. At any rate, why not pick up a few dogs to impress her? We got ice cream, too, if she's an Herbie. Maybe later, I'll keep it in mind. I turn to leave. Behind me, I hear the vendor mutter to herself. The vendor to herself. Ah, to be young and in love again. I pick up the pace. The difference between Fang's neighborhood and my apartment complex is night and day. The smell of burnt tires doesn't hang in the air. Instead, it's a mix of cedar and wet pavement. The knife in my pocket feels excessive as an officer's car passes by. I suppose to someone who's lived here it would seem normal, but to someone from bumfuck nowhere, the suburb felt decadent. Huh, not bad. Fang's home is easy enough to find thanks to Grugel's Maps images. That's funny. Grugel. It's nice. Very nice, actually. 2 stories tall and with an expensive, if kinda scraped up sports car in the driveway. I approach the home, careful to hop up the spreadstones and make up the walkway, in fear of trampling the well-manicured yard. At last, I'm at my destination. Fuck. I stand frozen on the white porch now with the front door before me like the ramparts of a castle. Very well it is. Am I supposed to knock or text her that I'm here? Crap, I've never done anything like this before. Go with a friend to find a venue for a band, that is. Okay. You know what? Life's not lived unless you live minutely dangerously. Let's meet the folks. Before my knuckles reach the door, it swings open. What is this killing intent? Why am I getting a major lollipop chainsaw vibe here? This guy isn't like some variety like Billy Ray Cyrus inspired character. Okay, no, but he's definitely not Billy Ray Cyrus. You anon? Shut the fuck up, please, yeah, I'm Anon. Pleased to meet you, Executioner. My pants feel heavy and sodden. Honey, who is it? Well, I see where everyone gets their everything. Oh, you must be Anon. Come in, come in. The petite tarot matriarch drags me into her abode. I could see the patriarch's jaw clench as Fang's mother pushed me into the comfiest couch to ever exist. Oh, you must forgive my little Lucy. She's still getting ready for your date. Oh god, I can feel iron sights on my back. While she spoke a mile a minute, I managed to catch some of the words. I ignored the latter because This isn't a day. Isn't that? But the names are Ripley and Samantha. They are inspired by Ripley and Samus because it was a funny name in the early days. Cool. Actually, I can see this. It's no trouble, ma'am. But I thought her name was Fang. She titters, holding a hand over her sly smile. Oh, that? My little tooth fairy always loves to reinvent herself. Her eyes gloss over as she's pulled into her own memories. One moment she's the prettiest princess pirate, and now she's some sort of rock and roll maestro. The imagination she has. Sup, buddy? Look across a coffee table to see Nasser reclined on an equally plushy couch. You good? I breathe deeply, collecting my scrambled thoughts into a semi-coherent state. I'm good. So, nice place. I look at the walls of the room. What little white I could see that wasn't covered in a myriad of family photos and or taxidermied stuff. Do you realize, like the parrot, the deer, and the fish are reasonable enough. The bear, actually, I've seen taxidermied in a friend's house. The rhino, that had... Yeah, now we're getting exotic. Huh. She really was a princess pirate at some point. And there's Naomi. Home is where the heart is, as they say. Sweet rapid Jesus on the cross. Oh, is that a sin to think? Is it a sin to think that with that cross hung behind Nasser's head? I look back to see the cream queen of the Kremlin. A tray of the smallest cups I've ever seen in her arm. She's not Russian, is she? Have I been doing her accent wrong this entire time? Nasser, your mother made us some tea! Oh, isn't she the most wonderful woman? Nah. Okay, cool. She knows I'm not a fan of that hot leaf juice. Naomi navigates around the couch and coffee table, setting a tray of treats and tea before us. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Would you like some, Anan? I'll pass, thanks. She's British. At least that's the fan canon. Something's not right with what just happened. I look back to where Naomi was standing. The entire opposing wall is covered in various hunting trophies. 2 bears, a school of fish, a falcon, 2 deer, and a rhinoceros. I may have made a huge mistake. The love seat to the left of me scrapes forward into my field of view. Fang's father leans back, carefully examining and polishing a golf club. Yep. It's about right. Maybe I can turn his trophies into a conversation piece? Extend an olive branch, so to speak. What gun did you use to hunt those? Gun. My hands fold into my lap and stare a million yards into the wall clock ahead of me. So, Anan, was it? You a big fan of golf? Nasser dons a similar pose. I've played mini-golf before. That's a good start. A good start. Nothing beats the real thing, though. You ever play golf before, boy? Don't say Wii golf, don't say Wii golf, don't say Wii golf. No, not in a proper green before. Nailed it. Well, this is my favorite club right here. A 9-iron. He finishes polishing the head of the club and rotates it ever so slightly so I see my reflection in the metal. Now, irons are by far the most common and most useful out of your standard club set. Anywhere you need an extra push, the iron will do. His gaze makes its way from the club to me as he lays it across his lap. I gulp and sink back into the couch in an attempt to hide amongst the cushions. Of course, this is all due to solid steel construction and your own efforts. With the right quality club and technique, you can almost feel the ball cleaving in twain when you strike it. And I assure you, Anon, that my equipment is of the highest quality, and my technique is impeccable. Fang's father stands up, stepping on top of the sturdy coffee table. His club is lined up, and I can see my reflection in the impromptu ball. With well-practiced motions, he demonstrates a perfect swing in the middle of the living room. I can practically feel the air slice in half as an image of the impossibly large pterodon standing over me with the club flashes momentarily. Fang's father laughs heartily, setting the murder tool aside as he reclaims his throne. What fine form, sir? Dear? Fang's father flinches. How many times have I told you about intimidating suitors? This is the first boy a little tooth fairy has brought home. What about Reed? The father shrunk under the patented mother's leer. You know that boy isn't right, dear. I feel a smidgen of sympathy, but keep quiet to avoid similar treatment from her. Oh my god, Mom, not in front of my friends! Fang is at the foot of the stairway, frustration clear on her face. Yeah, he's definitely whipped. He might be able to do what he wants with his balls on the course, but she's got his balls in a vice. I looked at Fang with hands clasped together, silently pleading. Oh, are you ready for your date now? I lurch in my seat at that, as does everyone else. Nah. Well, we just need to find a venue. Just you two, though? Oh god, no, please, Reverend Jesus, I promise I'll sacrifice a goat if you end this. Why don't we have a double date, then? God, why have you abandoned me? Would be a bro, please. I agree. Nasser and Naomi can accompany you. I'm going to personally commit mass deicide. I don't know why. That would broke me.
Well, shall we leave?
Why should we leave now? The worst part's over.
Why that line? It's rapid fire, man. Ugh. I agree. He looks me dead in the eyes. More people means you're less likely to do something reckless after all. I don't know. I think Fang would appreciate... Fang's father puts his arm around Nasser's shoulder and pulls him aside. You'd love going with your brother, right, Fang? Absolutely not. I'm perfectly able to find somewhere to play without anyone's help. Especially his. Oh, come now. How many opportunities in your youth will you get to spend time all together like this? Hopefully... Ooh, excuse me. Hopefully none. Aw, but you used to always spend time with little Nasser. Her eyes gloss over again. Like all those times you used to bathe together. Fang's father gives a loud pat on Nasser's back and then returns to the conversation. Yes, I think a group date is an excellent idea. I'm half Nasser's trying his best. I'm half expecting he doesn't want to be with Naomi, but you know, whatever. We should all go together. Nasser's shaking like a leaf in a monsoon in the middle of an earthquake with a meteor hanging overhead. It's not happening. It is. Fang and her dad lock eyes. The tension in the room mounts as the stare down draws on. The moment long eternity finally ends, though. Eventually, Fang flops her head back in defeat. Fine. Let's just get out of here, Anon. Gladly. Naomi gives a little cheer and tugs a still catatonic Nasser by the arm out the door. I give a polite goodbye to Fang's mother. I extend a hand to Fang's father, and the 8 bones in my palm are squeezed together, being ground into dust under his immense strength. The 5 bones joining my fingers to my palm threaten to splinter from the powerful grip. The rest of the bones in my hand try to separate from the vicious shake that my Fang's father ends it with. By the time I get outside, everyone else is getting into the fancy and beat-up car from before. Guess it was Nasser's. Come on, Nasser, the day is still young. Nasser, still mentally fried, is being goaded by Naomi into driving to the city. Eventually, he robotically enters the driver's seat. Naomi ecstatically shoots into the shotgun seat. Fang and I take the back seats. You should get that crack looked at. Now that we're getting this shit show on the road, I should probably clarify with Fang about precisely what sort of venue she wants. The split second I move my hand towards Fang to ask, Nasser chucks his jacket between us with lightning speed. Whoops! Look out back there. The look of pants-shitting fear on his face betrays his jovial tone. Poor guy. Anyways, Fang. She looks over. What sort of place were we supposed to be looking for? Fang looks away for a minute with a finger under the end of her beak. Is that supposed to be a thinking pose? Some wide open space where people can stand or sit. Preferably with a mosh pit. Oh, I know lots of places like that. It turns out Naomi is secretly like a grunge enthusiast. Where? They're at the Gold Fern Galleria in the downtown shopping district. That has a mosh pit? No. Why ever not? I'm not going to play around the ritzy area. There's more stuck-up assholes there than at school. Naomi shrugs and turns back to Nasser. In that case, we should just park in the middle of the city and work our way around. Sure, that's fine. That's fine. What do you think, Anat? I look at Fang. She's preoccupied with watching the buildings fly past us. I shrug. All right then, to the city we go. What time is it? Naomi turns the radio on and is shattering my ears with the most nauseatingly upbeat love song on max volume. If it turns out she actually is into like hardcore grunge, I am going to laugh again. I'm left to retch as the song violates my virgin ears with its too cheery tune. In the city proper now, I find myself with a new dilemma. The group slowly makes its way down the sidewalk. Nasser walks ahead and continues to look back at me, his expression anxious and worried. Fang refuses to speak and gives everyone and everything a vicious sneer. And Naomi just won't shut the fuck up. Oh, how about there? It's so spacious and the food is to die for. Oh, I love that restaurant. Maybe we can ask them. Oh, and then there's this nice cafe, and then you even have a piano. God, this mom. Gotta go have a good steam. All right. Glad to have you, Who's. We'll see you around, eh? God, this marmalade monster needs to die. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Amy stops the group before a large glass window. Past it is a large open room, sparsely filled with minuscule round tables with candelabras set atop them. This seems like it's going to be simultaneously perfect and utterly undesirable. Isn't this a bit too ostentatious? Gaudy. No way, it's wide open. The tables can be rearranged to provide ample room for your audience. Fang looks unimpressed. Come on, let's go ask. Yeet. Sorlophorus wraps her arms around Nasser's and bodily drags him to the entrance. Fuck me. Shut the fuck up, brain. $10, we get kicked out. No deal. You're stating an inevitability, not a possibility. We follow behind the pair to find Naomi pestering the maitre d' for possible arrangements, cringing as the poor man just stares off into the middle distance while Naomi prattles on obliviously. Gotta love it. And if possible, could you include maybe a dinner ticket option for... The maitre d' looks towards us, or rather Fang, and scowls. Our esteemed establishment caters exclusively to those with an appreciation for fine culture, culinary, and otherwise. Might I recommend that you vacate the premises at once, or will you be requiring an escort? Where's my $10? Up your ass. I told you no deal. Nasser tugs a bit at Naomi's arm, and she stomps back to the entrance in a huff with him following. Fang, I've decided this place isn't good enough. Yeah, you sure about... Is it sure it's just not that you were thrown out? Sure. Don't be mad, Naomi. He isn't worth getting upset about. Nah, he's worth it. If it were me and the band, they'd have one less tire in all their cars. Nasser raises an eyebrow back at Fang. She responds with a smirk and a middle finger. Hang on, the timeline's not timing here. Assuming that all of these characters here are seniors in high school, for safety's sake. And Fang and Trish would have known wait, no. If he's 2 years younger, I mean, I am not... the point of the matter is, I'm trying to figure out the timeline of friendship status. Let's see it here. And I would put Trish at around, like... Look at Fang, Why they flunked a year or two? You know what? I'll give you that. I will give you that. That actually makes a lot of sense. I don't know why suddenly the like the relationships timeline just popped in my head, but it did. And that just got me mildly thinking about it anyway. So let's see. We've been searching for a place for at least 2 hours now. Fang is barely holding herself together, judging from her angry muttering. A lot of muttering, mostly including words like murder, knives, and particular genitals as pincushions, with profanity taking up a good half of what escaped her beak. I could see a blood vessel throbbing on her temple. This didn't look good. I positioned myself slightly behind Fang, putting her between me and Naomi. Hey, Naomi, I got an idea. Naomi spins on her heel towards the sound of my voice, and the giant grin on her stupid snout sniffens as she sees Fang's looming aneurysm. Maybe we should take a little break. Luckily, there's a small park nearby, and you never considered using the small park as the venue. Nice park. The four of us grabbed some drinks from a vending machine. Fang and I grabbed a knockoff brand of soda, Naomi got a bottle of water, and Nasser bought a sports drink. Perfectly on brand. We're lucky to find an unoccupied picnic table with some shade, because the afternoon sun has turned a cool day into a swelteringly hot one. Thank you, coastal weather. We sit in near silence aside from Nasser's audible chugging of his sports drink. He crushes the bottle in one hand and tosses it into a trash can 5 yards away. Then looks to us with the smuggest grin to ever be seen on a beak. Show off. Yes.
Great shot, Nasser.
Of course it was, babe. Fang mock retches into the grass. At any rate, I need to drain the snake. What? Nasser turns and gives a brief wave back to us and makes his way to the public restroom on the other side of the park.
Aw, his double entendres are always so clever.
That's not really a clever one, Naomi. Fang slaps her hand over her eyes. I need to go too.
Why? Something the matter?
Monthly problems.
Do you have everything you need?
I have some extras stocked.
I have some extra stocked. I have regular, plastic, scented. Oh, what I am? Shut up now.
Fang stomps away to the bathroom, leaving just the apricot ass pain. Because you're getting more clever all the time. And me.
Do you need to use the restroom as well or not?
How tempting. Well, now that you mention it, it's just the two of us.
Since it is just the two of us, I've been wanting to ask for a while. How have things been going with Fang? Has she been well? Is there anything wrong?
Shouldn't Nasser know?
Yes, Nasser knows, but I figured I'd ask you as well. Since the two of you spend so much time together and all. I hear Nasser talking all the time about how worried he is for Fang. He's such a good brother, isn't he?
I'm just going to start filtering her.
I just get so worried for her sometimes, too. Fang can be so antisocial, you know? And she's always avoiding me. I can never get a read on how she feels. Like when she was feeling upset a month or so ago? Or just after that concert she gave after winter break.
Wait, rewind a bit. How did you know about how Fang felt sad a month ago?
Oh, Nasser told me.
The fuck is up with her? Then why ask me?
You keep on asking that question.
You keep on dodging that question.
What am I dodging?
This chick is either completely oblivious. Fang clearly doesn't like you. You say so yourself. Yet you keep asking me about her. When you can just go to Nasser. Fang is his sister, after all.
Of course. It's just I'd like to hear from you about her.
Why me, though? I don't know anything about her. Nasser knows Fang way better than I do. Ah, yes, the Motormouth gossip chain.
Because you two have been getting so close. You're even on a date right now, Anon.
Amy's pupils dilate and her eyes dance away from me.
In fact, you two make the cutest couple.
It's the first time Naomi's looked anything other than happy. Are you up to something?
Uh-huh. Why would I ever be up to something?
It's always the saccharine ones. Because you're not making any sense. Nasser knows her better than anyone else. But every time we talk, you bring Fang up. Why?
I have every reason to care.
Why?
Because
Why?
Because Nasser wants to make Fang happy, and so do I, of course.
Naomi's laugh is hollow. There it is. And the music doesn't help either. Her eyes shifting to the side.
I was only doing what I thought was best for both her and you, Anon.
Wait.
The first time I saw you sitting on your own on that dirty old bench, you looked like you needed someone to lean on.
No.
And with Fang,
I think back to all the times that beige bitch had asked me about Fang.
what a great opportunity for real friendship, Anon. I'm so happy for you.
Huh?
If there's anything that Fang needs in these trying times, it's a new friend to talk to.
This entire time.
Wasn't that Nasser's sister? How wonderful that you're making friends, Anon. Tell me everything. What were you and Fang talking about? I want to know all about it.
Fuck, how didn't I notice?
Sorry, but I did help Anon pick his electives. Oh, what if you asked Fang for help? I'm sure she'd lend a hand.
That fucking bitch.
You can thank Naomi that you got off with campus beautification. She was quite adamant that if you would be more constructive than homeroom detention.
This entire time, she's been pushing me closer to Fang. That must be the biggest fucking idiot.
Anon? You've been spacing out.
She played me like a goddamn fiddle. It's the saccharine ones.
Did I miss something?
I looked to Nasser, who's completely clueless to what Naomi has been doing for the past month. Just like I was. What would he do in this situation? He's a Boy Scout here, after all. Fitting that the moral compass is a literal compass for a head. I'm part of someone else's plan. Nothing I've done in the last several months was a conclusion reached on my own. Are my feelings for Fang also just a tool for Naomi? What do I even do here? Oh, there's another heavy one. It's situations like this that make me completely and utterly thankful that I was homeschooled for all of high school. This is excruciating. Well, let's see. We're not doing D&D. Supposed to go a little bit longer. My back is kind of cricking a little bit. All right, so let's see. Let's see. We can wait for Fang. The whole thing is probably going to blow up with all four of us. Short-term damage, long-term potentiality. Excuse myself and try to keep it private. Short-term comfort for a long-term explosive. Oh, who am I kidding? There's going to be a long-term explosive with this at some point. Coin. Heads, wait. Tails, excuse. Frickin' drop it again. Insert Jeopardy theme here. If I could use the old 1970s Jeopardy theme, I probably would grab a little bit of it. Let me see. Wow! Frickin'. Okay, well. Landed on Tails, so
Just do a crappy cover of you humming it or playing it on your banjo, and bam. You know, that's entirely true. To figure out the think music or some figure that out just by ear, unfortunately. Since I can almost guarantee you there would exist no banjo tabs for the Jeopardy theme. Alright, well, I flipped a coin, it landed on excuse myself, so I will. I need to get away from here, fast. Actually, I need to use the bathroom myself now.
Oh, sure, we'll be here.
I soullessly start dragging my feet away from Naomi. No, wait. I freeze in place. Fair warning, watch the ceiling. I sense great tragedy in those words. Whatever, I don't want to be here. Bathro. The public restroom looks clean enough from the outside, but I can see through the open doors that it gets cleaned maybe once a week. I'm not here to use the restroom anyways. If I'm right, I just need to look behind the building and... a jackpot. Fang is resting on the wall with a half-finished cigarette between her fingers. Got a spare? She shrugs half-heartedly, holding out the half-smoked sin stick to me. I hesitate. Fang tilts her head. Before she can pull her hand back, I accept the smoke. The chair at the end burns dimly as I tap off the ash. It's not an indirect kiss or anything like that, I chant as a mantra. The drag is smooth, with a hint of mint to it. Menthols. The smoke exhaled is wispy, and I can feel my skin prickle. I don't know whether it's because of the nicotine or whose lips I tasted. Fuck. Thanks. I hand her back the cigarette. Fang's tail drums a steady rhythm on the wall. She takes one last long drag. She blows out a heavier cloud and drops the stump on the ground. I stamp on the stub before she can, giving it a solid twist before kicking the dead end into the grass. How'd you find me? Where else would you be? She gives a brief shrug. Anyways, we could probably get away with ditching Nasser and Naomi.
How'd you manage that?
Secret family technique. Suddenly, an image of Fang's dad pops in my mind, and I realize I probably shouldn't be seen alone with her behind a public restroom. Under penalty of holy shit, my spleen is outside my body. Let's get out of here.
Alright, let's get a move on.
The two of us peek from behind the building to make sure the coast is clear of any brothers or scheming persimmon piranhas. The coast is clear.
I think I know where to look.
Please tell me it's not in this shitty promenade palace. Lace.
Nah, it's in Little True.
Where?
Little Trudon. It's near enough that we can walk there.
Why didn't you mention it before?
Naomi.
Ah. The two of us sprint conspicuously across the park to the nearest cover in the concrete jungle. This is gonna be bad, isn't it? Short-term explosion. Oh, hello. Little Trudon is completely unlike the rest of the city. We found ourselves in Chinatown. Instead of skyscrapers and glass buildings, the whole place is a series of interconnected alleyways forming a plaza. Mostly booths for scamming vendors, but every now and then there's an actual building can be seen. Countless salesmen call out to Fang and I. Fang just strides past all of them. Just don't make eye contact. She must know the place. One child runs up and gives me a flower to mark me for pickpockets. I toss it in the nearest bin.
Good eye.
Living in the ass end of this place, I've picked up a thing or two.
The two of us check the sparsely located buildings one by one. I make sure to mark down the foreign swears in a notepad to look up later. Several hours pass as both the sun and the temperature drops. Can't believe we're still looking. These people are usually looking for any possible way to attract customers. Maybe you shouldn't have insulted that one guy? Fuck him. Calling me a meteor dodger? Fucking prick. Still, he must have checked dozens of places by now. But why won't anyone have a band? Her reputation, it does so precede her. Fang's pupils contract. Not this again. Her! You people are all the same, thinking you have to go off. Fang? What? As you can see, her reputation does precede her. Choke on a platter of cocks. Everyone here knows of her, especially of her family. A full platter stacks high. Holy fuck. I'm getting a very serious reference of a very particular meme. It's Xavier Renegade Angel, the best show on the planet. Never heard of it. Unless it's the meme I'm thinking about. Harris, sorry. Hang on. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Oh, he got it.
Just as I thought. What's that?
Nope.
After this show, nothing hurts.
Okay. Okay. First and foremost, I was correct. I have never heard that name in my life. Second, showing off that image memes, I do recognize it, but only for like one thing that I've seen that was in a Markiplier Try Not to Laugh video from years ago. It was basically this character talking to himself, and it was just, it was a very much a what the hell kind of thing. So I do recognize the character, but I've never actually seen the show. That's the season finale. Very great. I look at the... What the fuck am I looking at? Do not think thoughts you cannot perceive. Reed's uncle, then. The uncle you seek is elsewhere.
Waldorf, sit up here. Show after show after show. Now I see why.
You see why they come?
Oh, I see why they left.
What? Yes, I know of that which you oh so desperately seek. Wait, you know a venue? Where? But first, the ritual must be conducted. Finally, progress. No way. Tell us. Anything to get away from this guy. We will partake in an ancient humiliation that has slain my entire lineage. Even my own family, often as deadly sport before I was even born. The humiliation is diabolically easing, a clutching of earthly currency. For as long as I can stand to hold it. And to the victorious, my own artifact holding me to this flimsy visage. A phone Roomba, A phone Roomba.
Only the finest tool to clean your foe. Here, let me show you its brushing majesty.
He feels around his fanny pack for one of the Roombas, then holds his phone out on one hand. He puts the device on, and it whirs to life, slowly crossing the screen. When it reaches the edge, it beeps and turns around, making a return trip to where it started. After a few trips, the merchant turns the Roomba off, and gives us an expectant leer. I just used my shirt, though. $40. Honestly, no way I'm paying 40. It's a novelty, but no way I'm paying $40 for that. But the no way has funny lines? Sure. I'll take that one as a freebie. Fang, we can find a place on our own.
You know, this place is well known for trafficking.
Eh? Fine, you fucking cunt. I slapped down the money on Reed's Maybe's family booth.
Very well, the contest is yours, along with this trinket. Head east to this filthy bazaar, and you will find your destiny. At Dino Mo's.
The pizza chain?
You will come to understand my wisdom once you reach it. Fare thee well, seekers of musical amphitheaters.
The shopkeeper gives one last smug wave to us. Those were some decent lines. I motioned for Fang to follow and start heading in the direction the shopkeeper showed us. After twisting through the endless maze of merchants and frivolities, Fang finally stops in front of a building. We're here. The building is an antiquated Italian restaurant with the words Dino Mo's Pizza and Pasta written on a grand sign out front.
Hey, any sign of Statler and Waldorf?
No, looks like they split for good. Maybe they didn't like the acoustics.
Why, can't you hear what's being said on stage?
Every word.
Pizza, huh? In the middle of Little Troodon? Well, let's see. I open the double doors for Fang to enter. There's a plaque for the National Register of Historic Places on the window. Historical, huh? Inside is a homely Italian-styled pizzeria. The warm candle lighting against the lattice dividers of the booths casts shades of orange along the walls and floor. This is a nice place. I feel like I've definitely been to a place that reminds me of this. Actually, it's very, very good place. Two of us walk up to the reception desk. A very tired waitress puts on a plastic smile when she sees us. Welcome to historic Dino Mo's. Table for two? Actually, we just need to ask the manager something. The waitress rolls her eyes and skulks off. Service with a smile, huh? Working in the industry grates on you. That it does. This is a historical place, though, isn't it? Wouldn't they have higher standards for? Not at all.
Hey, if it isn't little Lucy!
I'm just gonna do that. Fang's skin goes several shades lighter.
Haven't seen you since August! Come here and give Uncle Amo a hug!
An older T-Rex hobbles his way to us with arms spread wide. Well, as wide as he could, at least. Fang squawks in protest as he's pressed into his apron-covered belly.
Uncle Mo? What are you doing here? I'm working, Toots. This is my restaurant.
Hold up. Your uncle is Mo. Mo is in the Mo that started Dino Mo's.
No, I mean, I don't know.
My baby girl isn't been swung by in ages.
And who will be this lucky guy? Don't tell me you got yourself hitched already.
I feel my own skin warm up now. The old T-Rex laughs louder and slaps his rotund belly. Relax, kids. I'm messing with ya. Come on, I'll give you the best seats in the house. Mo wraps an arm around each of our shoulders and drags us through the restaurant to a cozy yet dark booth sequestered away from the rest. I wonder if Nasser bought pizza from Dino Mo's. I wonder if he knows about this and got a good deal on it. We're shoved into the seats, and the owner, Uncle, bends over the table to light the sole candle there. I'm having a candlelit dinner with Fang now. The hell is happening? Now you stools wait right there while I make my little princess's favorite pie. On me, of course. Mo proceeds to saunter off, pushing through the double doors that probably led to the kitchen. I look over to the candle to Fang. She looks how I feel at the moment. Lost and confused. What just happened? I don't know. So... Fuck, come on, you can do it. You were part of the team that kicked Reddit's ass in Claws of Dusty Jurassic Warfare. Claws of Dusty. Claws of Duty Jurassic Warfare. Hey, memes. That game reference, if you know. Would you believe I actually know of a game that's legitimately that exact idea? That I own? That you can purchase right now if you want? For I think like $3? Snoot Game? Oh no. Oh no. Claws of Duty Jurassic Warfare. I'm not gonna tell you to look something up again. You already looked up more than you already looked up the Muppet movie and watched that for me. Now you get to go to Steam and check out Dino D-Day. It literally is. It literally is Call of Duty. Like a. That's $10. Well, I bought it on sale, okay? But it literally is just a World War II shooter with dinosaurs. It's exactly what it is. I actually played it once or twice. It's not great, but it's fun. Is that really your uncle? No, he's just a good family friend. My dad goes bowling every Thursday with him. Sounds fun. You ever go along? Not anymore. All that sportsy stuff doesn't appeal to me. Besides, I have school and band stuff to worry about. Not to mention my dad's a bit of an asshole. He's just protective. The image of a golf club comes to mind. You don't say. Uh-huh. Whenever I'm listening to my music at night, he always yells through the door about audible bowel movements. Honestly, do you blame him? Fang smirks. Maybe not. My dad isn't really there most of the time. When I do interact with him, it's just these huge orders about what to do with myself. You're going to camp, you're going to Brazil, you're going to some coastal town for half a year. Then again, that last one was more my fault. Sounds rough. What about your mom? What about her? Pretty standard mother, a bit naggy. She'd always try to dress me for school so I'd look like the biggest dork ever. One time she got me into a denim jacket and jeans combo. Good old Canadian tuxedo. The double denim disaster! How'd you know? Wait a second. Another word and you get hot wax in your face. I'm holding back my laughter behind my fist. And you'd always try to embarrass me in front of everyone. Don't all moms do that? Why don't you tell me, pirate princess? You know, hot racks really only hurts for the first few seconds. That cute look of surprise, though, lasting for eternity. Breathe a word of that to anyone, and this candle's going up where the sun don't shine while it's still lit. I scraped the hardened wax on my forehead off with one hand. All right, sheesh. But what about your mom? Is she, like, on heroin or something? No, she's just always in her own little world. Nothing is ever wrong, there's no flaws with anything. No concern is worth worrying about. Ah, yeah, that can't be healthy. I've made do so far. Well, for what it's worth, you still got Trish, Reed, and Nasser. Yeah, the one whose horn is more important than finding a place. My shitty baby brother, and Reed. Fang groans as she leans back in her seat. The new guy is the only one I can rely on. My life sucks. I don't know. We haven't found a venue and our show is in a week. Fucking Naomi, fucking Dad. On the flip side, we're getting some of your favorite pizza at one of the pricier Italian places around. For free, too. But the venue, we still have time. So, pizza first, and then we find a place for your show. Hey, someone say pizza! Someone order a fucking pizza! Most slides a large pizza onto the table in front of us. A pizza with extra sausage, anchovies, pepperoni, and ham, also known as Mo's Original Meteor Pizza, Lucy's favorite. So they had a Triple D historical event. Oh, Kitsu, you missed the thing we were talking about. World War II shooter, like Call of Duty, but with dinosaurs. The raptors have grenades strapped to their heads. I'm not kidding. Furthermore, this is really more Mario as opposed to, like, Guy Fieri. I go by Fang now, actually. Whoa-ho! The youth are getting uppity with me! You're trying to make all more confused, you punk! He gives Fang a light noogie. So, what have you punks been up to? Actually, Mr. Mo, we were going to ask. Mister, that young punk don't need to be so formal. Yeah, fuck my head. You youngins, I heard you talking about your parents. Oh man, here comes a lecture. You know the best part about being young is... Mo! We got a code K on line 1! Mo hangs his head in despair. All that thought, kids. I's got a pissed off mudder to deal with. Mo stomps away to the reception desk, leaving Fang, the pizza, and me. Hey, free food. Fang piles 3 slices on a plate, catching a few of the anchovies before they slide off. Honestly, this pizza sounds amazing. I think I'll only take 1. I'd rather not get heartburn at 18. 1? I'd eat this whole damn thing by myself at 18. Man, this sure place isn't historical for no reason. Even something as ridiculous as this tastes phenomenal. Good thing it's free. I'd be willing to pay a premium for this stuff. Kicks Comet Pizza's ass any day of the week. It really hooks you in, don't it? Oh, I didn't realize I was in my own world for a bit. Yeah. It's real good. Huh. She's already down 2 slices. Yeah, shame I have to limit myself around the good stuff. Fang picks up her last slice, tosses it upwards, and snaps it out of the air with 1 bite. Whoa. Cool trick. Do you do parties? While she raises her middle finger at the remark, the grin on Fang's face says it's more out of humor than malice. You gonna finish that? I look at my half-eaten slice. I guard my hoard with an arm bulwark. Mine! Didn't want it anyway. Mine! I'm quick to finish off my slice to keep it to myself while Fang goes for her third helping. The pizza doesn't last, sadly, as we continue to take slices. Its life has ended in a matter of minutes, when otherwise I would have committed pasticide in an hour. By the end, I'm satisfied enjoying the feeling of the itis. Uncle Mo knows just how to make it. Yeah, your uncle is pretty cool. Fang gets out of her seat, legs unsteady as she fights off the need for a well-needed nap. I'll see you at the front. I've got a serious need. For real this time. I snicker and nod. Yeah. Sure, leave me to deal with your uncle. I force myself out of the booth and casually meander the reception area. Mo is there, placing the receiver of the desk's phone back. Yep. Hey, son, you enjoyed the meal? Definitely. I feel like I'm gonna black out any second. That's what I like to hear. Glad to make your state then. We aren't. No, could have fooled me with that disaster you called flirting. No, really. Fang's looking for a venue. Her band is planning a show for next week. Really now? Why not have it? Why not have it here then? I look around at the restaurant, trying to find any real place for the band to actually play. You'd be surprised at how easily it is for a band to play at a pizza place. There's one place in town that I used to work at before it closed very reasonably because it was just horribly managed. Actually had a few times when another friend of mine played a venue there, and she had no space hardly to put up her keyboard. Hey, don't sweat the details, kid. Mo grins. Me and the boys are used to making room for shows. You just tell my little Lucy you got a place. Then you're sure to sweep her off her feet. Oh, why though, huh? Anon.exe has failed. To be young and in love. Listen here, Anon. Il segreti dell'amore, the secret to love, is not shared misery. It's not shared misery. You can complain about all little details in life, but that don't fix your problems. However, Yas can be trying to do everything for her neither. Otherwise, she just expects you to fix all the problems for her. I really don't know where this accent's going. I was trying for Italian, and I'm now hitting Jamaican. The secret is support. Support? Hey, who's gotta be a support? She got to fix her own problems, but you got to back her up on them. And from what I hear from my boy Nasa, you already been done that. I suppose I have, like at her band practice or on the roof. Like no! Bada bing! Bada boom! Bada boom! Bada boom! Bada boom! Back to work, Cherry! It would be funny if you end up becoming Raura. Anyway, be good to no. She'll be good to use. I raised her right after all. Thanks, Mo. Hey, anytime. I've been hanging around you fools for too long. I can't just ignore the kitchen anymore, you know. Give little Lucy my regards, huh? I got French there for a second. Sure. Sure. Mo saunters back to the kitchen. Now that I think about it, how does he cook with those little arms? Very carefully. I look a bit closer. There are several toy clothes.
I think I ought to see a doctor. No, why do you say that? I'm beginning to like the show. for?
For it to get tacky.
Well, another first on this show.
How's that?
Well, it's the first time we've had to wait for it to get tacky.
That image! Holy crap! Oh, crap! Oh, man. I was this close. I was this close to cutting it off just a little bit ago at the park. Holy fuck! I'm glad I didn't. Oh my! Oh! Oh. Okay, I'm under control now. Unless another great, it only gets better the further you go. You are correct. Oh my god, my face is sweating. Oh. Somehow I don't think that was something I was supposed to see. All right, I'm back. Let's hit the road. Maybe we'll find somewhere to play before sundown. Actually, we really don't. Fang freezes in place. How? Your uncle. You asked Uncle Mo if my band could play? Yeah, he seemed pretty excited about it. He's got a stage ready and everything. Fang still isn't moving. Did I do something wrong? It's a blur emotion. 1 second, Fang looks like she's gonna start hyperventilating. Next, it's like I'm being wrapped in a blanket of down feathers. Being shaken from side to side. With a tinnitus-inducing scream right in my ear. Pardon me, I value my own voice and or not. I'm worried enough that there is enough worried concerns behind my door. Plus, after that laugh. We got it! It's so infectious. My arms reflexively support her, wrapping around below her wings. Fang's arms are wrapped around my shoulders as she clings to me.
For what ails me?
Well, what ails you?
Insomnia.
I feel something warm, soft, and somewhat moist press against my cheek. We got a venue, we got a venue, we got a venue! All movement stops and reality resumes. Fang's wings withdraw from around us. She pulls away until only her hands are on my shoulders. My hands are now at her sides, and I can feel her warm scales on my palms. Oh. Wow. Huh. It's the sound of clapping that causes us to jump apart, and faces bright red and breath rapid. Back of the kitchen door is Mo, clapping loudly with his minuscule arms. I suppose we, call Nasser? Yeah, and tell him, right? Totally. Verm Drama's got a venue. Fang smiles softly and nods. Good thing Naomi put Nasser's number in my phone. Even though I didn't ask for it. The tone rings twice. Yes? Hey, Nasser! Hold on, I'll put you on speaker. Please don't, please don't! Go ahead. Mission accomplished. We got a venue set up.
Oh, they did? That's great.
Yeah, we're at Dino Mo's place in Little Trodon. Cool. I'll bring the NASCAR.
He shouldn't have jumped. The show's not that bad. the show starts.
It's already been on a while.
Wake me when it's over.
A little bit of a letdown after the beautiful visual gag. I'll bring the NASCAR over in a jiffy. I'm going to punch him.
You sure you want us to get you now? Now that you have Biz out of the way and you and Fang could do something fun?
You know, it may not be such a bad idea. Even if it's an idea from the Orchid Oppressor. Good lord, I'm never going to be able to play golf again.
Nah, I'll pass.
I'll pass. It's getting pretty dark.
Aww.
Alright, stay put and we'll be there soon. Alright, see ya. All's left is to wait a few minutes for the ride to get here. Fang is sitting on a bench in front of one of the restaurant windows. She's humming to herself, and her tail is drumming Eurobeat on the bench. Nice. I take a seat next to her. By now, the plaza has cooled down. Most shops have closed, and the only people still out are returning home after the long day. The two of us sit in companionable silence, save for Fang's humming and tail drumming. Her mood is contagious, and soon enough I'm humming with her. I already know the song. It's from the roof. Except more happy. The scene is great. Just Fang and I on a bench in the waning sunlight in the middle of a deserted plaza. That's talent. Drumming Eurobeat? Yeah, it is. If I've... The times when I've seen a 8-bit drummer do that, it is very talented. Taking the moment in, I almost don't notice Fang scooting closer to me. Mom, Dad, we're home. The ride back to Fang's house went by uneventfully. Fang and I didn't talk about what happened, so Nasser didn't have an aneurysm.
Oh, welcome home, Nasser dear. How did your date go? I'm just dying to know.
I am also interested. I don't know how, but he's looking into the exact center of my pupils with no margin of error. So, Anon, how was your trip with my little girl? I shall have to dip for a bit to head to work. Feel free to wrap up this arc nearly at the end of it. Well, good to know that we were able to get through this, memes, and we will be ending shortly, so we don't have to worry about that. And honestly, this has been this has been enjoyable. A little bit of an emotional whiplash, going from super heavy to that amazing joke, but yeah.
Dad. Oh, why don't you go get ready for bed, Lucy?
Fang glowers. Lucy, your mom. I looked at Fang. Okay, yeah, it was a date. It went well, sir. What did? I shall DM you about your experience later. See ya. Yep, I'll see you later, memes. Glad you enjoyed the game, and again, I'm enjoying it too. We'll do some more of this next week. What did? We were able to find a venue, and I met Fang's Uncle Mo. Fang's dad sputters. I've half a mind of bringing you to the station, boy. Just in time that we would have been able to jump over to D&D. Yep, that's true. And the other half of testing my new nightstick on you. Oh, he's a cop?
Dear, not in front.
I wouldn't mind doing this again. And Naomi is the only one that's seen... Oh, wow, the look on Fang's face is really cute.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, too.
I wave as I turn to the door. I'll see you at school, Fang. Yeah, you too, Anon. Isn't this the house from Home Alone? With that, I exit the door.
Once it's closed, I can feel all that bravado evaporate and my legs turn to jelly. I think that's enough for excitement for one day. My first step towards the bus stop is so wobbly I'll worry I'll end up in Fang's mom's rose bush. He waved Fang's father off like it was nothing. You'd be surprised what you can do with just a little bit of adrenaline. It would probably be a good idea to sit on a bench and catch my breath before going home, and take a seat on the curb and just outside Fang's house. The door behind me slams open and I jerk around to see Nasser being shoved down the steps. And don't come back until you're finished thinking! The door slams again and I hear a morose sigh. Oh, man. Anon? Yeah? Why are you sitting here? Just catching my dad. Catching my breath. Your dad's a bit... harsh. Homicidal, but close enough. Nasser huffs and shoves his hand back into his pockets. You know you're the reason Dad kicked me out, right? What? I know he's pissed, so I know he's pissed. I know he's pissed. I so much as looked at Fang, but what did you... Okay. Took me a second, but I got it. Turns out Fang letting you run off with Fang is just encouraging your degeneracy, or something. Is this time on the ground? He kicks a rock clean across the road and into the neighbor's mailbox. Impressive. Humph. Getting kicked out really got you that down. Sure. Convincing. What's the real answer? What's it to you? Not much, just figured I'd ask. He stretches his wings and lays back on the pavement. Just figures it'd get to this. Get to what? Me getting punished for Fang's issues? Nasser lays an arm over his eyes. Why'd you need to go alone? You saw her today. She was this close to... You saw her today. She was this close to killing your girlfriend. Honestly, you should be thanking me for that. He waves me away for that. Go on. You aren't my therapist. Humor me. Nasser's arm flops away from his face and onto the concrete. I mean, look at it from my perspective. Fang is always up to something stupid. More often than not these days, she's arguing with either me or the parents. Or my parents. At this rate, Fang will end up a junkie or in a prison somewhere. I cringe at the mental image of junkie Fang. Mom and Dad have pretty much accepted that, so who do you think all their hopes and dreams go to? Me. With a growl, Nasser sits back up. It's like I'm not allowed to have problems of my own, not allowed to mess up or do anything less than the best. Judging by the trophy case at school, you aren't doing half bad. I wish I had an option to fail, I mean. Instead, I'm stuck with no room for error and still with a broken sister. And she's still my sister, you know? I can't help but be worried for her. But what can I do? She hates me and I can't bring up my worries with my parents. Even Naomi gets stressed about it. I just want my sister to be happy, to go back to normal. I don't even remember what her normal is. I don't have siblings myself, but if I did, I certainly would have trouble doing all you're able to. That selfishness by itself should help you, right? Selflessness. Selflessness? You kidding me? Her friends would be destroyed if Fangs just dropped all that. Who might even wish she were different? So you're getting all this worked up and you aren't even sure it's the right thing? Yeah, I guess so. I try and parse everything Nasser's bitched about up to now. Guess it's time for Dr. Muss's psychological response. You know, Nasser, have you ever just considered just not? What? Nasser practically lunges my knee. I hold my hands up in supplication. I consider what to say. Mo's advice drifts to the forefront of my thoughts. Hear me out. Just consider this. Maybe it's not your job. I mean, you go out of your way to try to help her. Hell, even Naomi has tried. But maybe Fang's problem is her problem to fix. But, we met your uncle today. Uncle Mo? Yeah, and he had some advice for me. He said she needs someone to support her, not fix her problems for her. Isn't that what I've been doing? Remember the show in the auditorium? The perturbed pterosaur sags as he recalls that disaster. Oh. Look, man, you got a lot of problems of your own. Maybe you should handle those first before you try to fix your sister's. Well, if Uncle Mo said so. But why'd he tell you that? Shit. You know, just advice from an old guy. You know how they love to give advice. His head shakes to side, dismissing my dismissal. No way. Not Uncle Mo. He'd never give you the time of day. Shit. Look, he just wanted to give me some advice for Fang, and now I'm giving it to you. So drop it. No way. Advice for Fang. Saying it was a date? Do you like my sister? Just... that explains a lot. Shit. But I didn't... Oh god, what would Dad think of the kids? You're doing it again. What the fuck? Hell, if Dad finds out at all... Nasser! He pauses, the look of shocked disdain still stuck to his face. At this point, it seems like you just want to be a stressed mess. Maybe I do like your sister. Sure, she's rude, violent, and maybe a bit bipolar. She's impressionable, self-centered, stubborn, the list goes on. Are you looking to taste some concrete? But beyond all that, there's more to her. Like her passion, Nasser. She adores music, adores playing music, and she has these moments where I can see the softer side of her. The pop of knuckles from Nasser tells me I should rephrase that. I mean, it feels like I've gotten to see a side of Fang that she hasn't shown anyone else. A side that's willing to give a loser like me the time of day. And that's enough? I don't know, man. This is all uncharted water. Like, how did you and Naomi get together? That is a very long story. How long? About 2 school semesters, 30 track meets, and a school election. So about a paperback book, then. Sure, why not? Nasser hums and reclines back into the pavement. Sheesh, how'd we wind up talking about our love lives? Speak for yourself, man. I know fuck all about this stuff. And you think I do? Naomi's the one that makes all the plans and stuff. Seems like she does that a lot. Just the way she is. Anyway, I think Dad's had enough time and beer to cool down now. How long has it been? About an hour, I think. Wait. I swiftly withdraw my phone to check the time. Ah, fuck, I'm gonna miss the last bus! I could give you a lift. CNN, was that not hard? Was that not hard to do? And then you find out I live in the shittiest part of town? Ah, that's fine. If I run, I think I can make it. Well, don't let me keep you. I'll catch you at school, Anon. Sure. Yeah, sure thing. And for what it's worth, you're not like the monkeys we hear about all the time on Dino News Network. Right, the kind that hang around this part of town called Skin Row, you know? Just gonna ignore that. Thanks for sticking around a bit. It's nice to finally be able to tell someone all that. I wave Nasser goodbye as I get up and start jogging for the bus stop. I'm mentally fatigued after everything that's happened today. I check my phone for the time. Let's see, where to stop? I open the browser and go to the familiar Sudaton sword-swallowing IRC. You know what, there. We'll stop it there, and we'll see about if we remember exactly what sort of nonsense this was. And this way, Memes doesn't have to watch too much further into the VOD to find out, to see the whole thing. So, with that, I think that's as good a place to stop. 3 hours, dang. Alright, well. Why am I enjoying this game? I didn't much care for high school myself, and why am I enjoying this game? Anyway. So, with that, we'll let Memes catch up. And we'll be back here next week for this. There's not D&D today, because didn't want to spend a filler arc episode.
The older I get, the more I appreciate good music.
Yeah, what's that got to do with what we just heard?
Nothing, just thought I'd mention it.
And otherwise, we've got some more stuff happening this week. There'll be eventually D&D. Actually, well, eventually D&D, yeah. There's also Blood Bowl happening on Wednesday. And at least one game I'm going to want to try to catch. And maybe cast. But we'll see about that. And if and when that happens, we'll be sure to mention it. But until then, thank you all for hanging around, chatting, being all around cool dudes. We don't mind a filler arc, but c'est la vie, c'est la vie. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded it either, but I find it more fun with more people anyway. Yeah. But again, like I was saying, thank you all for hanging around, chatting, being all around cool dudes, and I will see you all in the next game. Whatever that may be. Have a good rest of your day, all. Let me see if I can go to here, to this.
Who's playing first?
That's right.
Who's the guy on first base?
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
People can't take a joke.
You twit.